There was a lot of people in my life that inspired me in a different way because you had a guy named Weezy from the neighborhood, you see what I'm saying, who just he do his thing in the hood, but he still made time for the kids and still gather up all the kids and, you know what I'm saying, take them to the Georgia Dome to go see a football game or take them to, then we had the Braves Stadium right here, you know what I'm saying, take us to the Braves Stadium.
I understand that you have a relationship with a big, well-known Atlanta artist by the name of Little Baby. Can you tell us about your relationship and how you two brothers met, or how y'all became friends?
For sure, and like I've been a hustler all my life, so in middle school, you know what I'm saying, I used to go
sell candy.
Yeah.
Everybody got that phase.
Book bag full of candy.
Book bag full of
Candy
it. So
bag.
yeah, I used to go to school to learn and to get thug put on the dress.
Yeah.
But you know he had a reason behind it. Even though the young guy is young and he should be taught.
So young to where you know this ain't gonna be him all his life.
We need to get RT on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. RT, if you out there and you watching, we would love to have you on the podcast and just be able to just come in. This a lane where you can express yourself. We don't judge nobody. We all just trying to do better.
My grandma raised me, basically, you feel me? So I was raised with my grandma, my aunties, my cousins, and things like that. So, you know, we were like one household, not even a household, a little apartment with all us in it. Yeah, we had about 15 of us in them motherfuckers. People don't understand, it don't take money, because, you know, time is something these kids ain't gonna forget, man. You feel me? You gonna leave a memory in their head, you feel me? So just because you ain't be able to buy them everything in the store and, you know what I'm saying, do everything for them that everybody else do for their children. Like,
Good family, welcome to another episode of Generational Health and Self-Love. And if you look around, the scenery a little different because we're doing something a little different this time. And it's me, that's Roneezy, and
it's me, Life, Eternity.
Yep.
And today, like he said, we doing something different. We out in the community, we out in Mechanicsville, Atlanta, Georgia, in the dead end, as some people call it. We got a very special guest with us today. Somebody I've been knowing for quite some time. I say probably about 8 years or better. Somebody that I met when I first started getting out in Atlanta with the music. And I've watched him grow over the years. I watched him grow from a young father to a mature father, and to a businessman, to an entrepreneur, to a CEO, to an executive, to so many other things, man. And I'm just really excited about this guest. So with no further ado, I want to introduce my friend, family, Bigg Rollie.
yes, sir. How y'all fellas doing today, man?
Man, we doing all right. So like I say, man, we gonna get right into it. But as you can see, man, this scenery behind us, man, this is the park, man. It's like the playground, the football field on the other side of us, where a lot of youth come in and they get trained in football. They got a rec center over here too. So we just wanted to bring it to the community, and we just thought we could do it with somebody like Bigg Rollie, who's been in the community, who's been a pillar in the community, who's gave out food, who gave out clothes, who just done so many things. So we gonna start the interview out. Can you just let the people know who you are and where you come from?
Yeah, for sure. What going on, everybody? As you all know, as you say, I'm Bigg Rollie. I'm from Mechanicsville, Atlanta, Georgia, Zone 3 of Atlanta, right here in the heart of the city. And you know, that's just something briefly.
Okay, so if you don't mind, could you take us back to your early years of Atlanta and how you grew up?
Yeah, so in my early years growing up, like I say, I'm right here from this neighborhood. Growing up was different, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to play football right here on the exact field right here, you know what I'm saying? Like, the pool didn't used to be like that back in the day, you feel me? It used to be different, so, you know, I used to play on this same exact playground right here. You know, and just growing up, like I say, it was different, and just a lot of different experiences with just seeing different encounters of people in my neighborhood, and, you know, it was tough. You feel me?
You know, a question I got is, what type of household did you come from? Like, you had your mom, dad at the crib, or like, how was, your upbringing?
So, my mother passed away when I was young, so I didn't have my mother in my life. My father, me and him, you know what I'm saying, My grandma raised me, basically. You feel me? So I was raised with my grandma, my aunties, my cousins, and things like that. So we were like one household, not even a household, a little apartment with
Bunch of
all
y'all in
us in
there.
it. Yeah, we had about 15 of us in them motherfuckers.
Oh,
So
so it
yeah,
was a lot of fighting going on up in
yeah,
there.
it was definitely a lot of fighting. So we were raised different. So that made us tough too. Just being around each other and growing up with each other.
If you don't, if I don't, if it's okay, do you remember the age you was losing your mom and everything?
Yeah, when I lost my mom, I was every bit of like 1 years old.
Oh,
Yeah, I was very young, so
yeah,
I
yeah,
lost my mom young. I don't really even know her like that. That's the
yeah,
crazy part
yeah,
about it. But I still feel like it's a lot of her still, installed in me
yeah.
because, I go hard for her every day. You
Yeah,
feel me?
definitely. And I,
Sure.
I've met your grandmother a couple times, and I see y'all have a great relationship. How was it being raised by your grandmother and getting that old school love?
It was different, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, my grandma different anyway, so, she gave us a lot of tough love, you
yeah.
feel me? She was hard on us, but it was basically like my aunties and uncles
Uh huh.
and cousins and stuff like that. They played a big role in our family, in our life too. So,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So, yeah.
So how was school like for young Rollie? How was that like?
School, like, I went to Dunbar Elementary, by the way.
Okay.
You feel me? But yeah, like school for me, I used to love school. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie, man. I used to
yeah.
love school. Like in elementary,
Uh-huh.
I was just grasping a lot of things. You feel me? Like I ain't have all the new stuff everybody else had coming
Yeah.
up. Cause I come from a poor household,
Uh-huh.
but I made it, you know, worth going to. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I made it fun. Like me, I'm a very humorous person, you know what I'm saying? I'm the life of the party, so I like having fun. So, you know what I'm saying? When I go inside the school, I like the day up, you feel me? Like, we're going to have fun, we go to school. And then, I used to love just to go to learn, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To enhance my mind and my brain. So, you feel me? Like, school was different, man. I used to love going to Dunbar, man. Like,
Yeah.
shit, I still wish I see one of my teachers to this day, man. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but nah, school was cool, man. Then, like, in middle school, like that when my hustle started coming in for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been a hustler all my life. So in middle school, you know what I'm saying? I
Did you
used to
ever
go.
sell candy?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
already know.
yeah.
Everybody got that phase when
Had
they sell
that book
candy.
bag full of candy.
Book bag full of
Candy
it. So
bag.
yeah, I used to go to school to learn and to get out that candy
Lunchtime,
too.
yo,
You feel me?
yeah.
So yeah, it was different, man.
So like, okay, growing up, coming like from your background, was it anybody in your neighborhood who inspired you that you looked at and you said, man, they made me want to go harder, or it just could be somebody in your household?
A lot of my brothers inspired me.
Okay.
Like my daddy, he had a big impact on my future also.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of big dogs in the neighborhood, they had a big impact on my future also, you know what I'm saying? So they inspired me. I can say it was a lot of people in my life that inspired me in a different way, because you had a guy named Weezy from the neighborhood, you see what I'm saying, who just he do his thing in the hood, but he still make time for the kids and still
Yeah.
gather up all the kids and,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, take them to the Georgia Dome to go see a football game, or take them to, then we had the Braves Stadium right here, you know what I'm saying, take us to the Braves Stadium to watch a Brave game, you see what I'm saying, you had people like Coach Ty, he was
Yeah.
a big dog in the hood,
Yeah.
people like Duck, you feel me, so it was a lot of guys that inspired me, you feel me, my big brother T.O., he put
Okay.
a big inspiration on me growing up, so
I
I-
got. Oh, okay. You can keep going.
yeah, so you know what I'm saying, like I just looked at each person with a different perspective and
Yeah.
took it in my own way and ran with it.
That's a good thing to hear that, because a lot of people don't do that. They see certain people and being able to take the good things out of what they say or what you see, and then the rest of the other stuff, distinguish between the other stuff and just take what you think is good and then use that to help you in advantage. A lot of people don't do that. Usually,
Right.
I feel like a lot of times people just they hear something good, but then if somebody says something that they don't agree with, just something little, they'll discard everything that they learned from them or they heard from them and say
Right,
that
right,
it
right.
don't make no sense. So that's just something that's
Yeah, for sure.
interesting
Like
to me.
I personally took advantage of it. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like I say, I seen how everybody do a certain thing in a different way, and I looked up to it and I was like, man, I want to do this or even do it better than these guys when I grow up. Cause like I like the impact they giving on the neighborhood. You feel me?
Right.
So it's just like me personally, I took it and ran with it. You feel me? Like I ain't sleep on it. So and then like me personally too, I'm a natural born hustler. So I just used it to create different avenues within myself.
That's definitely powerful because some people aren't able to just learn by seeing. They think they have to go do it. Cause
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
yeah, exactly. I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a trait or something that you get from youngin, but being able to not have to go do all the stuff that you think you need to do and just be able to see that person who did it and see what happened, see the result of that, and then learn from it just like that. That's just powerful.
Yeah, it's different when you have people that actually believe in you, and then when you wanna, like set trends yourself too, though. You feel me?
So, like growing up, I know you seen a lot of stuff in your community, good and bad.
Yeah.
I know you seen a lot of people that's no longer here with us. I know you lost a lot of friends. I know you to not just the graveyard, but to the prison system. So, what like for you seeing all these different things happening? Like, what was some of the things that kept you motivated and kept you moving into the entrepreneur business and just trying to, shift from the things that you seen going on in your communities into the entrepreneur business?
I just feel like I'm a product of my environment. So what I'm saying, I try to lead by example. So just living and going through a lot of situations in life. I just took it and ran with it like in a different direction. You feel me? So like I say, I learned from seeing certain situations and certain people doing this that way, and what I'm saying, like
I think I kind of get what you're saying. You see people doing stuff, but in a different scenario, and you can take from that and then put it into your own thing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Took the game and ran with it.
I just basically took the game and ran with it. You feel me? And put my own sauce on it. You feel me? But like, I ain't want to be like one of those guys, who ain't got no story to tell. You feel me? Because a lot of us die young, man. You feel me? And we don't take advantage of seeing what he did, and what I'm saying, take accountability of it and using it in our own way. You feel me? So like me, I kind of seen things different, and I wanted to kind of like take advantage of things and work with what I don't seen and what I've been through.
Yeah.
And kind of just like lead by example.
Definitely.
You feel me? Because there's a lot of people look up to me, and there's a lot of people fuck with me.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I'm trying to show them that it's a different way. It's a way out. You feel me? Because like, I ain't gonna lie, it been some days when I ain't thought I was gonna see tomorrow. You feel me? So shit, when you got to go to sleep with that on your mind, you be want to think about how you can change that. And like, if you got people looking up to you, you want to see what type of impact you can put on the younger generation to be better. Because there's a lot of kids out here ain't got no guidance, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't live by no morals or none of that no more. So it's like when they see a person like me come from where I come from, you know what I'm saying, doing and being in all the shit I used to be in, like, they can take that and run with it. Because there's a lot of guys, when I was growing up, you kind of looked at certain shit different. They gave you a different kind of, you know what I'm saying, impact on how they do shit. So it was just like, you feel me? Like, do I look up to this person? Do I look up to that person? Like, you feel me? Like, they was guided the wrong way.
But you had to take the cut. I call it trimming the fat. So the good things about them, you take, and the other stuff, you trim that away. Because sometimes the good outweigh the bad, and sometimes it's vice versa, depending on who you looking up to in your community when you growing up.
Right.
But when I met you, I want to go back to when I first met you. When I first met you, you was a young father. And one thing I noticed about you, you always took time for your son. At that time, you only had one child. But I wanted to ask you, growing up, like you say, you knew your father had a relationship, but it wasn't probably what you wanted to be. So, not having someone to teach you how to be a father, how did you end up doing that without even nobody just teaching you how to be a father? How did your role as a father get to where it was just by you just depending on what you had to go with?
So to answer that question, like you say, you don't have nobody to teach you those things, and you ain't growed up by a father, so you always want to know what it feel like to have a father figure. So me personally, I looked at that and took advantage of it, and I told myself I was gonna be the father in my son's life to teach him the things that I wasn't able to be taught. You feel me,
Yeah.
and just lead him in a different direction, you feel me, like, cause my daddy gave me hard love, I ain't gonna lie, but
Yeah.
it was different though, you feel me,
Yeah.
like, it's different between a daddy spending time with you, a daddy taking you to school every morning, a daddy goddamn, you know what I'm saying, feeding you lunch, feeding you dinner,
Yeah.
waking you up in the morning to take you to the parking place, so they're different. So my daddy didn't give me all that when I was growing up, you feel me? So basically, my daddy told me shit. I ain't even gonna say he told me, but basically it was on shit, get it how you live, you feel me? Like, it's a cycle, like,
Yeah.
and sometimes we gotta know how to break certain cycles. So
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of break the cycle with my son and try to teach him something different. Show him, like, you ain't got to come up like how I came up, and you ain't got to be in the streets, and you ain't got to do X, Y, and Z to be somebody. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's just like, I wanted to be the father to be involved. You feel me? Because there's a lot of fathers out here ain't involved in their children's life, but it ain't that hard, man. You know, I love having my son around. Like,
Yeah.
no bullshit, me and my son used to be right here on this block when I
Yeah.
first got back in the streets. You feel me? Like,
I know that
pushing
for
him
a
around
fact.
in a stroller. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Like, me and him, day and night, right here.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it be different when you, like, I wanted to be more involved in my children's life because me personally, I ain't have it growing up.
Yeah.
So I wanted to teach them something I never had.
Yeah. And you know what it feels like, and you definitely don't want them to feel how you felt.
Yeah.
You know, and because you know how I feel, and that's an emptiness that we definitely don't want for our children. You know, watching them grow and not being there, it's definitely would be something difficult for me, and I kind of can relate to your story because we have similar upbringing. So,
Sure.
I
But-
actually,
go
I
ahead.
had a quick question. When you was making time for your son and all that, did you have a lot of money at that time, or
Nah, hell nah, I ain't had no wet time.
Right.
Shit.
I just
So-
wanted to ask that question just so you know, like, even if you might not have the most money or they might not have all the time, just being able to try to make that time for
Yeah.
your kids is
And that's
important.
another thing, and not just saying that, like, when I said I ain't had nothing but time, not just saying, like, I got all the time in the world, so I'm
Yeah.
spending with my son, but it's just like, when you ain't got nothing but time, you got time to think about certain shit and see things from a different perspective.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, me, with the time that I had, I used it to kind of, you know, be involved in my son's life a little more. You feel me? Because there's a lot of dudes out here ain't doing nothing with their life. They ain't got, you know, they got all the time in the world,
And
you
still
feel me?
don't.
And still want to go push up on their children and, you know, just take them to the park and spend a little time with them and that. Like, what people don't understand, it don't take money because, you know, time is something these kids ain't going to forget, man. You
Yeah.
feel me? You're going to leave a memory in their head, you feel me? So
yeah.
just because you ain't be able to buy them everything in the store and, you know what I'm saying, do everything for them that everybody else do for their children, like, you know what I'm saying, you got to teach them how to be humble also and teach them, you know, how to live life, not having everything working for what they want in life, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, everything might not go your way.
yeah, so, you know, I spent a lot of time in my son, like, just to show him, like, you feel me, how hard it can be, you feel me, and then just show him, like, shit, we can start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. So, you know, I wanted to be, like, the person that, you know, raised my son the right way to, you know, show him the right from wrong.
Yeah.
And show him that, like, well, if I don't got nothing else to give you, I got my time, you know, I can spend that time with you. I can teach you something, you feel me? Like, because time is most important, it's more important than the money and everything, you feel me? So, like, spending that time with the children is important, man. For all the fathers out here that's looking, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't got a lot going on in your life, man, you know, just take some time out with your children, man, you know, it matters.
Definitely. It just you speaking on that, I can remember us being out here, or even like how we went to Houston, different places. We would strike up conversations. We would talk about life and, you know, just trying to be better men overall. It wasn't just the streets or, you know, this or that. We would have like serious conversations, and definitely would talk about children, you know, stuff like that. But I remember you was rapping, and so how was I know you transitioned. Now you got you was rapping, so now you got your nephew or somebody that's rapping.
Yeah, my nephew, Thigh Tay,
Okay.
he be doing his thing now. Yeah, I used to rap.
Yeah.
I used to love it too, man. I still do love it to this day. I was actually in the studio last night recording the song, trying to get back in my groove. But yeah, I was rapping back in my day when I come up. Like, to be honest, That's what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Yeah.
You feel? I wanted to be a rapper. Like,
Yeah.
couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I still remember the first rhyme my cousin gave me when I was like 8 years old. You feel me? So it's just like, in my mind, like, I just knew, like, boy, this is gonna be my way out,
Yeah.
rapping. But, you know, it kind of happened a different way. You feel me? I kind of went in a different direction.
Speaking of rappers and rapping, I understand that you have a relationship with a big, well-known Atlanta artist by the name of Little Baby. Can you tell us about your relationship and how you two brothers met, or how y'all became
For
friends?
sure, for sure. Shots out the Wham, by the way. What sound, baby? Yeah, me and Lil Baby, we went to school together in middle
okay.
school. I'm a couple years older than him, but Lil Baby, you know, he different. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them ones, even growing up. See, like, I can vouch for him. So it just like, we met in school or whatever, you feel me? And we kind of had a good relationship.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and then like in school, like you say, I used to sell the candy in school. So, you know, everybody had to come see me before first period. You feel me? So yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, Baby, like I say, he one of them one, he different, man. Like, that's my guy.
Yeah.
I fuck with him the strong way, man. You feel me? It's just like he one of them guys that ain't never changed, man. He still the same, even in the industry and doing what he do now. He still, you know what I'm saying, one of them ones that I can respect.
Yeah.
And even me being older than him, and you know what I'm saying, and seeing what he do for the community or whatever, like I look up to that guy, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I like what he doing. You
Yeah.
feel me? So yeah.
I remember one time we was in the studio. We was on, I think we was at 11th Street studio. We was recording that day, and you had hit him up. Y'all was on the phone chopping it up. You was trying to get it to the studio. You like,
Yeah.
I don't know, he kind of busy. You was
Yeah.
trying to, you almost had it.
Yeah, I
But
tried to get him
yeah,
in there, man.
Yeah, I did. I appreciate that too, cause you was working that.
Yeah.
But, it's a couple other people. I was telling my son about one of the homies that you introduced me to, man. Good guy. He not with us no more, but he had a big soul, big spirit, man. Lil Thug.
Thug life.
Man, Thug Life. You introduced me to Thug Life, man.
Yeah.
Good little young dude,
Thug
man.
life shouter, man.
Man, he knew R.I.P. to Thug Life, man. You know,
Matter of fact,
young
this,
Thug.
my fault to catch y'all. Did they clothing line? You know what I'm saying? He got
okay.
a brother. You know what I'm saying? They created a clothing line after him, and it's Thuggin' Like Shouty. You feel me?
Thuggin' Like Shouty.
Yeah,
Oh,
Thuggin' Like
okay.
Shouty. They clothing line. So y'all make sure y'all go shop the brand Thuggin' Like Shouty, man. Long live Thug Life. But yeah, that's my little cousin, man.
And I didn't know him that well, man. But the time, the time I spent around the young man was always funny. Always had everybody laughing. He just was like the life of the party, man. Wasn't with all that hating. Wasn't bothering nobody. Just want to have a good time, man.
Yeah.
Good dude, and you know, just senseless, man. Just senseless, man. But I just want to say R.I.P. to that young man. And,
yeah, man, Thug like you to be right here on the block, picking up pictures and everything.
Where I met him at, right here. This is where I met him at, right here in the
so
dead
yeah, he
end.
gonna be truly missed, man. Yeah, that was family, man.
I got a quick question. So, I know, you know, you've been doing, you know, a hustler or driving to get what you need to do or get it done. So, my question is, where do you think back in the day did that mindset really start coming from? Because I know when we kids, you know, we play around, we do, you know, we trying to get some money, you know, like you said, selling the candy. But when do you think that thought in your head clicked where you was like, you know what, I'm trying to get this money and then do something with it, or that thought where you was like, you want to help your community or change? Where do you think it like started? Or like an instant something happened or something like that?
It started when I was like, I was transitioning. I was going to middle school or something like that. My big brother used to sell candy. So he kind of came home one day. He got money on. You feel me? Like, he doing it big. He buying shoes and buying clothes and doing it big one. So, you know, he kind of gave me the game with the candy situation. You feel me? Then I feel like it got to be in you too, not on you. Like, I feel like I'm a natural born hustler. Anyway, so, you know, my mother was a hustler. My dad was a hustler. So, you know, I feel like that had a big impact of my hustling ways. But my big brother came home with that candy and he told me, like, did away. So we used to have a little dollar bag of candy we used to get from Family Dollar back in the day. So we'll sack it up, man. Shit. You know what what I'm saying? Sell them 50 cent fruit bags and them 25-cent fruit bag. And, you know, I kind of took that and ran with it. And from every cent then that day, I've been just hustling, man. Like, I used to go to school, I used to hustle, everything. Like, anything you can name, I had it. Come see me on your guy. You feel me? So, like, I just took it and ran with it. And then, you know, just, because you asked, like, what kind of impact it had on me growing up. Plus,
Yeah, like when did you? Yeah, you was getting on doing the selling the candy, get the money on that. But when did you start thinking like, you know, looking around at your community and saying, you know, I kind of want to change this, or this is like something that you want to put some money forward to make some change, or even with the kids in the community.
So like coming up, also like I was one of them families that didn't have a lot. You feel me? So just seeing guys that did, you know, have the advantage to do things for other people, that kind of, you know what I'm saying, inspired me.
Okay.
You feel me? So just looking up to the guys that was in my neighborhood that were doing big things for the neighborhood kind of inspired me to kind of, you know, grow up to be that person to give back. You feel me? Because it's a lot of people out here that don't give back, or you feel me? Like, it's a lot of people that can't get back. You feel me? So it's just like, when I was growing up, I was one of those families in need. So just looking at that, I took it and, you know, put it in a different perspective to where it's like, I'm going to be that person that give back to the families that ain't got. You feel me? Because I was once in that same position before. So, like, that made me, like, that motivated me.
To do things that you've been doing
So
now.
do things that I seen growing up and to be able to be the person to give back also. You feel me? Because it's like, I did a little shoe drive back in like 2020, something like that, 2021. I gathered up a lot of shoes, a lot of clothes, food, everything like that.
Wasn't giving it out.
And I gave it back to my community. And just to see the smiles on the people's faces, man, like, it did something to me, man. I ain't gonna lie. But like, to be able to give back and just see the type of reaction you get from people,
kids and everything.
you know what I'm saying? To just, you know, be able to be that person. To be able, you feel me? Because a lot of people ain't able, man. So, you know, just to be able to do certain things, man, and give back, man, like, it felt good to me. So that's something that I wanted to run with and do. You feel me?
Well,
What's up with?
I remember you had the. I remember one time right out here you had the bounce houses for the kids and stuff like that too. So I seen you do a lot of different things for the community. I want to speak a little bit about your business. If a lot of people don't know out there, you got the Rollie Estates. You got the studio apartments that you rent out for anybody. Just if you want a day, a week, a month, however long. So can you speak a little bit about that? The Rollie Estates.
So like, okay. Like I said, I wanted to be a rapper coming up. I never had dreams or thoughts of being anything else. So, like with the Rollie Estate, you feel me? I got 8 units, studio apartments that I rent out, like you say, by the day, by the week, by the month, however long you want to stay. Extended stays. You feel me? But there was never nothing I wanted to get into for real. Like, honestly, one of my buddies brought it to my attention. He used to own a shop right here on Pryor Road. So he came to me, he was like, man, I got this property, man. I need somebody to invest with me, you feel me? Like, I see potential in it or whatever, you feel me? I'm trying to take it to another level. So that when I used to be, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do in the street. I'm posted up at his shop actually when he brought it to my attention. And, you know, that's when I jumped into real estate.
Okay.
Long story short. But yeah, so I went into business with this guy, but he kind of backed out on me.
I remember that.
Yeah, so it's like, when he backed out on me, I seen the potential in the property. So me being the guy in the streets and being a hustler, I know numbers. So like, it wasn't even about the real estate or just knowing what I'm doing. Like, you feel me? Like, I took advantage of like the type of opportunity it can bring to me. So like, that what made me jump into real estate. The guy showed me the property. We went in together at that particular time. He backed out on me. And I kept going. And now I got 8 units on Metropolitan, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
That I rent out.
and you
Yeah.
now, well, don't forget to tell the people because I seen the before and after.
Yeah,
You ain't just grab them and just open it.
Nah.
You have to remodel. They remodeled. He remodeled all of them. They look nice.
Yeah.
It was a process.
So yeah, it's different.
And you was like, man,
It definitely different.
You know?
And then like coming up, like I say, I knew nothing about real estate, so I used a lot of my own money to complete that project, and it was a ran down project, boy.
Yeah.
Why not I tell you? So you feel me? If y'all follow me or whatever, y'all will see
yeah,
the process it took
Yeah.
to get where I'm at now. But yeah, like the property, it was 8 units, man. They was fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, they were fucked up. But it's like me, I wanted the people to live how I live, man. You feel me? So like feel comfortable into housing that I feel comfortable into, like if I was to stay there. So it's like
yeah,
when I first got the property, it took me a minute. I ain't gonna lie, but
Yeah.
like I said, I was using a lot of my own money. I down there went broke fucking with that property, man. But I had to stay down, man.
Yeah.
But you know, over the years, it took me 3 years to complete the project. Cause like I say, I ain't had the resources that I have now, and you know, nobody went teaching me, like guiding me the right direction. You know what I'm saying, to do things the proper way. So I'm using a lot of my own money, doing a lot of stuff, trying to make this property, you know what I'm saying, available suitable to live in. You feel me? So yeah, it was a process, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
But they up and running now.
Yeah, they up and running now, man.
It was a process, and I'm talking about if you would have seen where he started to where they at now.
Yeah,
it's
so,
like night and day.
And that's another thing that'll show you don't never give up. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
don't let nobody tell you what you can do in your life, man. Never give up on your dreams, man. Because there's a lot of people that you kind of like tell your goals and like express what you want to do in your life with, and they be like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Like with this particular project, man, there was a lot of people I told, like, man, I'm finna get these 8 unit, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do X, Y, and Z. They like, nah, boy, don't do that, boy. Don't jump in that business, boy. Them folk gonna woo, 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 woo. But I'm just like, shit. Me in my head though, like, it was a learning experience also though. But you know, you kind of went through, you know what I'm saying, your trials and tribulations on the road to success. But me, I'm a person that like to take risks, and I'm like, shit. I used to walk around right here on this same block. I used to have 20,000 cash on me. You feel me? So it's just like, shit, I'm walking around with 20,000 cash on me every day. You feel me? So like, why not go and invest it? I'd take the reinvestment versus goddamn me sitting right here and the police run up on me and they taking it. You feel me? So like, back in my day, I was in my prime. I was hustling. You know what I'm saying? I was on the verge of trying to be a better person, a different me. So like, shit, I was like, boy, fuck this. This little 20 grand I be walking around with, I'm finna try it out. You feel me? So that what made me jump into the property and to the real estate. Yeah. I tried my money out, you know what I'm saying? And it's been doing good for me ever since then.
See, that's the interesting thing about being a hustler, because when we usually talk about being a hustler, we only talk about the good parts, the money, the what comes with when you made it, when you did it. But my question for you is, along your hustling journey, what was the hardest part? Like the grind, through your whole grinding process, what do you think was one of the hardest parts, or like a story you could tell about when you was doing, you know, hustling, but you was on your low end of the hustling part?
So hustling, like, you go through a lot of shit when you ain't got no money, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. People treat you like nothing, and they crazy to say that, cause it's like you don't want to make it feel like money is everything, man. But you see who really with you and who really ain't when you ain't got nothing. So just me seeing like the shit I was going through on my way up, it made me hustle different. You feel me? So it like, I can't go through this no more. I can't be that person in this predicament to where people just treat me like nothing because I ain't got nothing to give. I'm still that same person. With or without something to give, I'm still me. You feel me? I never treat you like that. But that just made me hustle different and just, you know, put it in my mind that I'm going to be somebody. You feel me? Because like, shit, at the end of the day, I'm going to be that same person. You going to come ask for help. But you just left me out the goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
Mud.
Yeah.
Speaking of, since I got my son right here, and he don't really know our relationship, and I feel like I want to ask you, because you was just speaking on something that made me think about me and you, we done been a lot of places. We done been hung out. We done did a lot of things. So, how would you describe our relationship from the time you met me till now?
Man, that's a good question. But I can say that I seen what the hell that word I'm looking for, man. I seen the progression, man. I seen the hustle, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen you transition
Yeah.
from this person to that person. I seen what you went through. You know what I'm saying? I seen the route you were going, and I seen what you was trying to accomplish from what you came from to being a new person.
Mm-hmm.
Deep down inside, you're gonna always be that same person, but I still seen in you that you wanted to try something different now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like you always had that hustle mentality just like me, but I seen you try this out, you tried that out, you tried that out, and you put yourself in different situations to take risks.
Yeah.
And you know, you transition from this person to that person to that person. So like to answer your question, I say from back then to now I seen the transition
Yeah.
that you went through.
Yeah.
I think my thing is, I got a question. I know you might not or may have, heard about Lil RT, and maybe it's just me. I think it's a little crazy how he's too young. I think he's too young to be rapping like that. But maybe you might
Yeah.
have a different opinion or perspective if you know him a little more than me, or you have more insight, and you can tell me what you think.
He definitely too young. I would not disagree with that. He too young.
Well, how old is your son?
My son 8.
Ain't Lil RT?
Lil
Right?
RT 10.
They
What would
same
you-
age.
so what-
They the
what-
same
that was-
age bracket. Just think about that. I didn't even know that. I've heard of him. I seen him maybe once, but so I don't really know.
That boy be saying everything.
I ain't gonna say that I engage into what he be rapping about, but he human just like we are.
Yeah.
And he was brought up different
Yeah.
from like a lot of other kids was. So
Yeah.
it's like, not to say it like this, but the guidance he had coming up, you feel me?
Yeah, it's the biggest, because obviously he's not
So
old enough to even be like.
he had a different impact on seeing things from a different perspective. So
Yeah.
like if you seeing it, then that's what you used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if your parents ain't like teaching you, hey, don't do this, don't do that. He got more so parents that's like, let them be.
Yeah.
It's crazy that it's like that, but sometimes that's the kids that you let be, they come the most successful kids
Yeah.
in the world. Like you can take it and run with it how you want to, but me personally, that's why I look at it as, because you got to think about it like a lot of kids who parents be hard on them, and you know what I'm saying, just drilling certain things in them to be like this and do this, and his parent let him be who he want to be. You feel me? And it's not saying that they engage in to the activity he do. He's smart in school. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he make pretty good grades, but what all that matter though? It's like when you a human being, man, like
Yeah.
you gonna be who you is. Like can't nobody take that from you.
Yeah. And
Like,
and what he is
and then-
right, what he doing right now don't mean he gonna always be doing that too at the same time.
Right. So
Hopefully-
like I feel like he doing what he doing now because the world now, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's
the
not
time
just
we in.
all in him. You feel me?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
think it's more like, say it's a machine. You put certain stuff in, then
Yeah.
you get the product.
that's
your
the
product.
results you get. So
Yeah.
it just like that's what he got to feed the people because that's
Yeah.
what they engage in. And it's crazy to say it like that, and it's crazy that they do things that way. But
Yeah.
if you want to show, I'm gonna give it to you. You feel me?
Yeah,
It's
and-
like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And
Thug
circumstances.
put on the dress.
Yeah.
But you know he had a reason behind it. Even though the young guy is young and he should be taught in a different way to, you know what I'm saying, dress his words up
Yeah.
and do certain things a different type of way, like that's just him.
Yeah.
We can't take that from that young
Yeah.
guy. You
Nah,
feel me? Like
yeah.
I invited him to my 31st birthday, and he
Yeah.
performed his ass off, and he performed better than every goddamn body who was on the lineup.
Yeah.
And can't nobody take that from me.
Dang.
Man, this ain't no bull, man. Like, the
Yeah.
young guy, like, his energy, man, like,
Yeah.
he just got up there and he feeling in that mic, man. He did a thing, man. So, you know, I love him, man, personally. Like, I don't engage into, like, his music
Yeah.
that much, because it's like, you got young kids, like I say, I got my child,
Yeah.
8 years, so I don't want him thinking the cool of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that ain't cool, but, you
Mhm.
know, like,
Yeah.
I feel like RT, if you looking at this, if your parents looking at this, just have an objective to, you know, transition to a different you.
Yeah.
Kind of like what he said, a
Yeah.
way out.
End game.
An end game,
Yeah.
cause like they gonna eat it up. You
Yeah.
putting this on them, they eating it up.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't agree to what he do and like his parenting of that such nature, but I feel like he got an end game if he
Yeah.
got the right guidance around him, and like eventually he'll get a person like me in his life
Yeah.
to show him like, hey man, you ain't gotta be like this all the time, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta turn it down. You feel me? That's why I actually let him come perform at my birthday,
Yeah.
at my club. You
Yeah.
feel me? So it's just like, I just wanted to show him, like, it was a lot of time where I ain't had the opportunity to do certain things
Yeah.
that he doing. So
Yeah.
I want him to use his talent to be bigger than I ever thought I'd be when I was that age. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I understand. So
Yeah.
just the, you know what I'm saying, answer your question, I understand like where he coming from, the environment he in, you know what I'm saying, the parenting he got. So like, I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand.
Yeah.
I definitely get that. And like, it's not really nothing on him, I don't think.
Yeah, nah.
I think it's, yeah, because
for sure.
really, it's really on the people, because I mean, we dictate what goes, what's gonna be popping, what people get money from, because we consume it. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's really
So
it's on everybody that's
shit.
watching, and we indulge in that stuff now. So it's more common, and that's what's going on now.
And it's crazy because that's coming, because like, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Is it a different route? But
Yeah.
it's like, if that's what you want, I'm gonna give it to you. Shit, I got a family to feed too.
Yeah.
If I feel
Yeah.
like they gonna feed them,
Yeah.
then hey, Mom Duke probably telling them to got. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, like you say, when you're in that position, you can always transition into
Yeah.
something else, because he's so young to where you know this ain't gonna be him all his life.
we need to get RT on,
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. RT, if you out
You know what I'm
there
saying?
and you watching, we would love to
Yeah.
have you on the podcast and just be able to just come in just a lane where you can express yourself. We don't judge nobody. We all just trying to do better. We all just trying to inspire each other to just grow mentally, you know. So we would love to have you on the show if that's possible.
Definitely have a little talk with you.
Yes, and we gonna look for Rollie to kind of hook that up, you know,
Yeah.
maybe on part
I
two.
might
We
be
never
right
know.
here with him. You know what I'm saying? We never know.
And real quick though, for all the people that's watching, I want y'all to can you give me your social media information too?
Yeah, my social media is at Bigg Rollie, Bigg. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it big. ROLIE, Bigg Rollie. My business Instagram is at, Logan Acquisition LLC _ at Logan Acquisition LLC _ If you want to rent a room for a day, a week, or a month, get at me. Logan Acquisition LLC. Or put you where you need to be.
Yeah, y'all need to definitely get on that. Even if you're not from Atlanta, but if you might be coming to Atlanta anytime soon, I don't care if you're coming next year. Go ahead, book your stay. You're gonna love it. Studio apartments, they all redone. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. You can get in there, you can be relaxed, and when you pull up, you might be like, huh? Then you go in there, you're like, oh man, you ain't gonna want to go
Definitely.
nowhere.
Definitely.
You definitely gonna be comfortable. So definitely look out and book your stay and enjoy yourself. And I'm telling you, you will have a great time. It's also something that you've been doing at Bigg Rollie Estate once a year now. Can you tell the people a little bit about that?
Yeah, so every year we do a big block party at the Bigg Rollie Estate for Cinco
Oh.
de Mayo. You feel me? So like on May 5th every year, We do it big at the Bigg Rollie Estate. So y'all still got a little time, man. Don't miss it next year. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo is going bigger than ever. You know what I'm saying? I want to make this one, you know what I'm saying, kind of special than the other ones. So make sure y'all be there. Y'all just heard about it. So.
Next year will be your how many times? It'll be your third time.
So next year will be my third annual. You feel me? Bigg Rollie Estate, Cinco de Mayo, third annual.
Y'all come out because this is something that it's going to have to be his third one. We want everybody to come out and support so we can make it to a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh, and just keep it going. And like he said, everything he's trying to do right now, moving forward, expansion. So who knows? The fourth time, ain't no telling who might pop up. Ain't no telling what guest might be there. Each time that he does this, he's trying to get it bigger and better each year. So y'all come out, y'all support. It's all fun, no violence, just kicking it, enjoying life, and just really just enjoying each other at the same time.
The police precinct right across the street, so y'all ain't got to worry about no violence. I don't condone any violence, you know what I'm saying? I do not agree with that. I got police surrounded the whole event. We just gonna gather up for a great time.
And enjoy each other.
And enjoy each other, man.
Before we get out of here,
actually,
go ahead.
I got a real question. So what do you think is the biggest difference, or what do you think is some differences from when you was younger growing up and, you know, hanging around out here, and the youngest growing up now?
Boy, it's a way big difference. Major. Sheesh. Boy, I don't even know where to start to answer that question. Cause like me growing up now, like the OGs didn't play that, man. You see what I'm saying? Like they stood on morals, they stood on business, and it's like when the street light go out, your ass gotta be in that house. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of things that went on back then to like we respected and understood to where it's like, you know what I'm saying, like we got to listen.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of these young cats now, they don't listen, they don't take nothing in heed to move with it a certain way to be like, man, boy, I got somebody to look up to. Just like the guys that used to tell me, be in for the street light. And even though I knew what he was doing, I knew what type of lifestyle he was living, I still looked up to him a certain type of way and respected his word. You feel me? I respected what he said. I respected what he had going on. I respected probably what was finna go on because, like, I know what type of guy he is. So it's just like these guys now, they want to be that guy. The same guy that's telling them, hey, man, don't do this and don't do that, do this that way. They want to be him.
But they don't want to put the work in.
They don't want to put the work in.
They just want to wake up and be the man.
You feel me? Like, so that's another thing. And they definitely don't want to put the work in because y'all don't know what that guy may have been doing, man. Yeah. So it's just like, take that and run with it from a guy who trying to tell you something. Don't just think, oh, he think he know everything. He think he my dad. And no, man, take it and run with it, man. That guy might trying to save you, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen, man. So to all the young cats out there who just, you know, want to live their life and be wild and do what they want to do and not listen to nobody, man, sometimes you got to listen because me and the young generation I had growing up, we used to listen, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, a lot of things we took in heed and ran with it, you feel me? Because it's like, you know, we respected our elders.
Yeah, we had morals and all that.
We had morals. And it's like, y'all young guys out here, man, y'all gotta respect yourself, man, first and foremost, man. You feel
respect
me?
their mamas too, though.
So it's just like, if you don't respect yourself, respect your mama, like, respect nobody, then, you feel me? Like,
you're gonna find yourself where you don't want to be.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say they about that light until they say lights out.
I seen a lot of cats act like they about that light. These younger cats too. You feel me? Until, you know, you put in a predicament to where it's like, man, what the hell is I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When your whole life flash in front of you.
I think a lot of them, or a lot of our younger community is, they're waking up choosing violence, like you had said before.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of the young cats that do wake up and choose violence, they have a lot of things in common when it comes to like loving your partners or your friends or your family. So I feel like if you do love them the way you say you do, you should think about what you do before you do it, because sometimes what you do can lead them in bad predicaments or end up taking a life of the people that you say you love. So before you go out and do certain stuff, just think about all the people around you that you do love, and You might think that nobody had that same love for you, but somewhere someone does. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Nah, for
So before we
sure.
get out of here, Big Rollie, I want to say, man, it's been an honor and a privilege to interview you, to have you on our podcast. I want to say thank you. We definitely appreciate it. And, you know, if there's anything you want to tell the people before we get up out of here, part 2 coming soon, too. But if
Yeah,
anything you
most
want to tell the
definitely.
people, though,
Never stop going for what you think you can be better than yesterday, man. Keep going, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, never stop. Don't never let nobody tell you what you can't be in life. You feel me? Like, keep going. Like, regardless of what type of situation you in, predicament you in, keep going, man. Because a lot of people going to put certain stories in your head before you can be just like them. You feel me? So, no. You know what I'm saying? You got to change the objective. You got to put it in your head that you want to be better, man. So, don't never let nobody tell you what you can do in your life, man. Keep going, man. I was right here on this particular block, rolling and scrolling around with my son. I ain't know what tomorrow was gonna bring me. It was a lot of times I wanted to give up, but I kept going, man. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at a lot of things that I was going through in life. You feel me? I used to work a job. I got fired from a job, and I'm like, what I'm gonna do next? You feel me? So it's just like I had to wake up and be like, I gotta keep going, man. So don't never let nobody stop you from what you're doing in life. Whatever, whatever road that you tend to go down, like just keep going, man. You feel me? Like
Never give up. Cause
never give up.
Where we at right now?
Yeah, we right here in Mechanicsville. You know
What zone we in?
We in the heart of the city in Atlanta, Georgia, Zone 3. You feel me? At the dead end with it. This what made me, and like to be honest, this particular location right here, it got sentimental value on me because it made me who I am. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like just experiencing a lot of things right here on this particular block taught me that I want to be better in life. You feel me? I want to choose a different direction. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like keep going, man. Like don't stop. You feel me? Like regardless of what you're doing in your life, good or bad, man. Like just know. And you always got to be bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wake up with a positive mind state. You feel me? With a good sense of humor and just be like, I want to be better than I was yesterday because it always can happen. It ain't never too late, man. So for everybody out there who discouraged about their life, you know what I'm saying? Discouraged about the things they going through in life, man, just know it's a way out. You just got to keep going, man. And like me personally, too, like, a lot of you guys out there, just learn how to be leaders also, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to lead the way. Even if you're a follower also. Like, because you can always follow a person lead and use it in your own way to, you know what I'm saying, lead the way yourself. So, you feel me? Like,
and don't be afraid to follow nobody.
Don't be afraid.
Don't let
like,
your ego stop you from learning.
I used to look up to a lot of people, man, and I was the follower. You feel me? So, like, I took that and ran with it. Now they follow my lead. You feel me? So it's just like, keep going. You never too late, man.
All right, well, I just want to say to all the people out there, please like, subscribe, follow, comment. We will be coming with a part 2 of this interview. We got so much more to talk about. But until the next time, I just want to tell everybody out there, peace and love.
We out.
We out.